The Schroder House by Gerrit Thomas Retfield in Utrecht, the Netherlands was built in 1923 through 1924. The house was commissioned by Mrs. True Schroder, who wanted a free environment for her and her 3 children to live in. In the process of designing the plan, Retfield focused on openness and accessibility that would address Mrs. Schroder's idea of freedom. Many sliding doors and large windows in the walls provide for the boundary between the outside and the inside to be less defined. The way that the walls are set up create an interesting look of floating surfaces in space. As part of the Distige movement and the idea of freedom associated with it, the floating surfaces appear to be completely independent. Retfield's work has been compared to Mondrian's famous compositions for their harmony. The walls are asymmetrical, three-dimensional compositions constructed from horizontal and vertical surfaces and a few linear elements that are perpendicular or parallel to each other. To add to the overall balance of the house, Retfield used the same materials he used on the exterior in the interior. They included such things as concrete beams, concrete pillars, brick walls, iron I-beams, plaster, wooden floors, and asphalt. Light and color are also important to this project. The use of many windows allows for a lot of light to come in and emphasizes how open that space inside it actually is. The colors that Retfield chooses for his house are black, gray, red, yellow, and blue, and they intensify the light that comes into the house. As a previous cabinet maker, Retfield also found it important to how the furniture inside the house would influence the space. Some of the furniture inside the house is permanent, and it all is very geometric and linear as the outside of the house. Although the house is very open and very rectangular, it still manages to have comfort that a house would have. Through the use of all these different elements, Retfield's work establishes itself as a precedent.